Asian Waste, what's up? All right, guys. Do you remember this game, Super Sprint? Does everybody remember this game? We just played this yesterday. I want to show you a video. Here, check this out. Check out this video. Guys, what is this?
Very exciting. Maybe I can get in third place.
Well, maybe I should go here.
You're not flip level old. Nobody really is.
Guys, look at the number.
Yeah, Iron Man
592. Look, it's me at Grandma's house during Christmas playing this game.
You get to continue. So
Super Sprint. Same cover, same game. Same game.
And you have to keep trying until you do. Or until your continues to run out.
It's a blast from the past.
Retire.
Oh, Rappo. Cynic Worm is in the chat. Remember Cynic Worm? He's in there. Nobody noticed. Dr. Sparkle didn't notice. All right. Here is my video from yesterday. And here's us playing the same game and nobody noticing that we played this game. You weren't there, Colin? I don't know. I didn't watch the whole video, but yeah, that's the one, Mr. Leo. Yeah. Nobody. Wait. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Nobody noticed that we played this game 200 games ago. Nobody noticed. I'm just covering it again like an idiot.
Okay, so yeah.
As if it's like a new game. What caused this blunder? We even looked at the arcade version in the earlier video. Well, here's what caused this blunder. Dr. Sparkle on Chronological, he covered the game twice. So, you know what? It's actually funny. Let's go to the Chronological video that's the first coverage of this, which would be because you can kind of if you watch the first video, it would be Chronological episode 40. You can see what probably caused it. And it's a long project, a lot of games. It's not surprising. There has been other mistakes before, aside from like wrong information, which has been in there from time to time. There's a forgotten game from early on in Fliptendo, which I forget what game that is. But there's a forgotten game. There's a game that he forgot to cover. But
upgrade between races.
No, it's not me. It's not my fault. It's Dr. Sparkle.
One more Tengen game, Super Sprint.
I mean, I didn't realize either. But
it's not quite clear when this was really released.
Listen to what he says.
Some sources think 1988, some say 1989. It's copyrighted 1989, but my notes say late 1988, so here it is. If anyone out there listening has a sense of personal identity built around the idea of Super Sprint being released in 1989, then you have my apologies for offending you.
Hold it! Objection! Objection, sir! There is somebody who has an objection. There is somebody that has a personal claim. Who says that you're wrong, Dr. Sparkle. Dr. Sparkle just said this was released 1988. Hold on a second. Somebody says it was released 1989. His name is Dr. Sparkle. All right, this is from Chronological 54. And by the way, I seem to be the first person that's noticed. As far as I can tell, nobody on the internet has noticed this. I'm the first person. I'm the only one who's noticed this.
NES game, then Super Sprint.
Here's Dr. Sparkle covering the game again in Chronological episode 54, and now he's saying it's released in 1989. I should leave a comment. Yeah.
The opening music is pretty cool.
I don't think anybody's noticed.
Chill and also sort of funky.
See, now he doesn't say anything about the date. Notice how in the 1988 video, he's like, well, some sources say 88, some say 89. My notes say 88, even though places online say 89. So those people are stupid idiots. I'm going to go with 88. And in this video, he's just like, oh yeah, it's 1989.
Now, Tengen
because he probably forgot that he had covered it already, and he was looking up like the list of the games, and he was like, "Oh, Super Sprint 1989. Better put that in here. I better put that at the end of the year with all the other Tengen games because the websites say 1989, and I totally forgot that I covered it."
Runner, but Super Sprint is something else.
So he doesn't get into like stuff
downright
with the date now. He just kind of covers it very
vehicle
blandly,
up
and
was
it's just the
an
same.
updated version of the 70s.
It's
NES
probably, I don't know. He
Super
probably
Sprint-
is showing the exact same footage. I don't know. I haven't. So yeah, I probably need to. I don't think anybody's noticed. Here, let's leave a little comment. But actually, sir, you should be aware that you have covered. Oh, dude, I should turn my ad blocker off. It's really slow and laggy to try to make a comment. Should be aware that you have covered Super Sprint twice. You also covered it back in Chronological episode 40. I think it was 40. Was the first one? Chronological episode 40. The sources are vague as to whether it is 88 or 89. So understandable mistake. Keep up the good work. Dear sir, I must regretfully inform you of a horrendous blunder. Feel shame. Should I have typed that in? All right, we've corrected him. There you go. So here's what I'm gonna do. As far as like my sheet goes, you know what I'm gonna do? Nothing. I'm gonna leave. I covered this game twice because Dr. Sparkle did, and we were going along with his guide. And we already have like 2 separate entries for it. I've got 2 layouts and 2 videos for it. And I'm just gonna both videos will be in both spots. And I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it, and we're gonna have the game be in here twice. And also in the Fliptendo rankings, it has 2 different rankings because you want to see how I ranked it both times because it was a little bit different. The first time I covered it, I actually rated it higher, 4.2, but I rated the music lower, 3. Probably because it has no music during gameplay. The second time, 3.4, lower, but I gave it a 4 for music. So, completely forgetting that I covered the game and just going back to it blindly, my rating was a little bit different. And I'm going to leave them both in there because since it's taking up 2 numbers in Fliptendo, I have to have 2 entries for it. Fortunately. I'm just going to leave them both in there for right now. I don't know. If that's a stupid thing, maybe I'll change it later. I got bad news. Go 1 minute into this video. Couple things I need to point out.
So
he realized it.
And we'll start off by getting caught back up with a boy in this episode. It's a
Does he have a
popular
correction?
Okay, there's not much of redeeming in so a couple things I need to point out. In episode 54, I covered Super Sprint, the Atari racing game, and someone pointed out that Super Sprint was already in episode 40, something I have absolutely no recollection of. Also, I missed A Boy and His Blob, which was released in January 1990, but I had it down as January 1991. So Wizardry got booted from this episode, and we'll start off by getting caught back up with A Boy and His Blob. So sorry about that, Wizardry fans.
Episode 56,
all
Boy and
3
His
of
Blob.
you.
Wizardry fans, all 3 of you. Man, Dr. Sparkle is so snarky and like negative in his later videos. I swear in his earlier videos, he was not like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. But anyway, that's interesting about A Boy and His Blob. Where do we? Because that's coming up soon. But that was actually supposed to be 89, huh? Well, I still don't have the correct date in here. I guess I don't know. But it doesn't matter. I mean, whatever. Yeah, I mean, I didn't remember that he had that correction in there, so. Well, anyway, I don't know. Anyway, we covered the game twice, so sorry about that. But that's now part of official Fliptendo history. I'll link this video to Super Sprint as well for posterity's sake. And I don't know. That's whatever. Keeping the numbering as is. Yeah, because I just don't want to change. I don't want to go through the hassle of changing it. I mean, the numbering doesn't really matter. It's not as though the games have official numbers that they were released. The numbering is just simply the numbering of the games I covered. The numbering doesn't really mean anything. We should be aware that because there's some that are going to be like questionable anyway. Like Dr. Sparkle, it's not like this is the. It's hard to say exactly what are the exact amount of games because some games were like lumping together. Like Dr. Sparkle, like there's certain games that are released in 2 parts and he lumps those together. But should those be numbered separately or together? You know? And there's like compilation games, there's games that are re-released, and which do you count or don't count? So there's no reason to get like overly obsessed with that. An exact number of games doesn't really exist. It's subjective kind of. So the number doesn't really matter that much. That's why I'm not overly worried about that. We don't need to change the numbering. And anyway, we did cover it twice, so it should have 2 numbers, you know? Aside from that, you know, I don't know. Whatever. This wasn't caught. I'm not surprised, honestly. I'm surprised he'd make more mistakes because, you know, I could see easily forgetting that you covered a game like that, especially if you don't. I mean, he's probably doing it as he goes along. If he'd made like one long list of all the things he was going to cover, he might have caught it. But he's probably doing it as he went along, and he just forgot. Yeah, but that's the thing is that when it comes to certain American games, like look at these Tengen games here. The only information on them is the year, 1989. So, I mean, it's not surprising that there's going to be games where the date might be in question. You probably should just go with what's on the screen. I think the screen says 1988, doesn't it? I think it had 2 years on it. Dr. Sparkle, he went by his notes. He said that like some official information said 1989, but his notes said 88. So he went with his notes and then he forgot that he did that, you know. You want to try to be accurate, but then you got to remember, you know. Yeah, some of these release dates are like really fuzzy and you know, whatever. That's what happened. Anyway, so we needed to talk about that, and now we have. Okay, one more thing we got to do real quick.